Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hope you're having a great first day of October. I usually do these videos holding my phone, but I'm trying it with a tripod today, so we will see how this goes. I'm enjoying some coffee. This is much more, I feel like this is a little bit less personal, but at the same time, it's kind of cool because it's almost like more official. But hi. So today I want to talk about our phones and how over the years, I don't know when you got your first phone, but I got mine when I was in 8th grade, I believe, which was like 2010, and it was a Motorola Razr. And it was exciting, and I keep going back to that time when it was exciting and it was cool to, have your phone, because they weren't so attached to our hip at the time. When you got a text message, and you rarely did in 2010, it was special. When you got a call, it was cool. You would talk to friends longer on the phone. I remember having like 30-minute, 40-minute conversations as the norm. And the amount of time that I have that now is rare. But my point with this video is to illuminate how since that time when cell phones kind of started coming into people's lives, maybe a little bit earlier, for me it was 2010, how much of a coping mechanism they have become for us all, and how our sense of safety, our sense of anxiety reduction is so parallel with us constantly checking our phone, constantly checking our our messages, our email, Instagram, social media, dating apps, Snapchat, you name it. If you go to like Whole Foods now, you have to have your phone if you want discounts to be an Amazon Prime customer and stuff like that. So, feeling this coffee. So, yeah, and the energy behind the push of our cell phones and the push of having them be like little gambling devices, they've gamified the phones with sounds, with vibrations. They've made them little mini slot machines, and in the sense that you never know what you're gonna get. You never know if you're gonna get a good email when you check your emails. You never know if you're gonna get a good text message because that one time you got the job offer through email, or you got the boyfriend or girlfriend text message. So there's this aspect of, usually when I check my devices, my social media and my messages, usually nothing is that important or special to me, but there's a chance, and your brain remembers this, there's a chance that it can be really, really special and make you feel really, really good. So because of that addictive quality and setup with the phone, with other technology, it has become so much a part of our everyday lives. And hold on, I had notes on this topic. I just want to make sure. BRB. To be honest, I kind of like holding the phone better. Don't want to spill this coffee, but I'm just trying new things, guys, okay? October 1st, can you believe it? I feel like this is when I did stand-up and I would bring my notebook up and read off this, jokes and stuff. Yeah, phone addiction, coping mechanisms, can't log. Okay, yes. So the thing also I miss about like 2010-ish area in time is AOL Instant Messenger was very popular back then, and for those of you who aren't familiar with it, too old or too young, it's like the screen name. You log into AOL with your screen name and you talk to people from school and your friends, yada, yada, yada. And what I loved about that was, and you can't really appreciate it until, living through what we've been living through now as far as our own phone addiction. Whew, this coffee, man, something. You can't appreciate the idea that you could sign off so easily on AIM. So you're talking to your friends, maybe you're on for 30 minutes, maybe you're on for an hour, maybe you're on for 2 hours, but then you shut the thing off, right? It doesn't, you log off of your computer, maybe you have an away message, but you're still logged off. You're still, disconnected from the computer versus now we're like, ooh, versus now you're like carrying your phone with you everywhere, right? There's no logging off, and it's having a not so good effect on our, on our psychology. We reach for the phone to rid our anxiousness, but it's paradoxically making us even more anxious. It's one of those things where at the beginning, having our phone was actually was a nice distraction mechanism that helped us avoid certain uncomfortable situations, helped us soothe boredom at times. But now it's one of those things where the thing that made our lives better or feel better or helped us heal in some way, or just even if it's for a short term, it's now becoming a problem. It's now the thing that prevents a lot of us from moving to the next level, you could say, or just, moving to the next level in the sense of enjoying life even more. And the energetics behind the industries, big tech, and the Facebooks of the world, the Instagrams of the world, the push is to get us so connected to our phones as a way to introduce us to AI, which will be much more heavily pushed in this decade. But what we have to feel into is how, yes, technology is wonderful, technology is great, technology is going to be a part of our lives, whether we like it or not. And yet at the same time, ooh, this is a Cafe Ibis coffee, by the way, not sponsoring them in any way, but it is very good. It's organic coffee, and they are local, I believe, to Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you're in the area, it's really good. A very strong cup of coffee. But yes, we have to tune back into our humanness, and yes, technology can help us with our lives in certain ways, but like there's things that it should never replace, and even the push for online dating on our phones and everything going on this year in 2020 with quarantine and social distancing, and encouraging technology with our phones and encouraging phone use. We're reaching a point, I would argue we already reached it, where we need to rebalance ourselves, to reharmonize ourselves with our own human needs for nature and physical touch and social interaction with people, and to realize that technology, while it's a beautiful tool, is not to be the main modality with which we should live our lives under. There's a whole world that's constantly happening still when your cell phone is down, when your cell phone's turned off. And something I practice, aside from making a lot of the apps on my phone, turning off notifications, which I find helps a lot, but also finding times throughout the day where I just turn off my phone. For number one, to see how addicted I actually am and how much my life revolves around my phone use. And then number two, to see how long I could go, or to play with, to have fun with life and the present moment and my surroundings and my environment and the people around me, even if they're strangers, to tune back into the flow of life, to the magic of life. And sometimes the flow of life happens on our phone, but a lot of the times you'll find yourself refreshing your email, refreshing your messages, refreshing social media, when that's usually for me a clear indicator of, okay, I am I'm beating a dead horse here. It is time for me to let this go and to see what life around me I'm bypassing. So I hope this helps. Phone addiction is very real, and just like food, just like shopping or sex or drugs or whatever your addiction or coping mechanisms of choice are, you start out with the intention of actually wanting to use your phone less. Some people don't. Some people aren't ready to live in their real world, their real life, which is okay. Some people prefer to, and you see this a lot too with people who want to watch a ton of fantasy shows on Netflix, or read a ton of fantasy novels that are like ultra fiction. It's like the same kind of thing with the phone, like escaping your own reality. And again, when you just if you want the intention, number one, I'm assuming if you're watching this video you do, wanting the intention, holding the intention. Number two, consciously watching yourself and your phone use, and playing with it, and seeing how the thing that gave you so much pleasure and freedom and filled some of your boring time is actually making your life less enjoyable now, when you use it more than is beneficial for your own individual life. I think honestly, people would thrive and live more relaxed, happier lives if boredom came more back into the picture. If if people had less things to check, less things to do. I mean, think about all the things, all of the apps on your phone that kind of suck away your minutes of boredom, and even being in line at at certain coffee shops, grocery stores, whatever. There's a certain magic about just being in the moment, just being in the present moment, and not even having a device to look up products at the grocery store to see which one is better, to see which one has more better reviews, to see there's this peace, there's magic and there's peace in this surrendering of the phone at times, and again, reharmonizing, rebalancing our lives, not totally giving up technology, but reconnecting more with our with our everyday present moments and our own intuition, our own messages, if you will, our own channels, our own notifications that come from within, that come from the non-physical. So yeah, let's leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love new subscribers to this new channel. And there's also I'll probably link it below this video, but also in my Instagram. There's the donation tab to my PayPal if these videos have been assisting you or helping you. Donations, of course, are not required, but they definitely do help, and I do enjoy them. So you can keep that in mind as well. All right, guys, happy October. 3 more months into this Looney Tunes year, 2020, baby. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.